Hi, welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. It's a lovely day to talk about a little short snippet of how to walk a path of happiness. See ya! Get out of the way of everybody! Go into the mountains, be on your own for a week! Oh, can't do that, I'll be on my own. Oh, I'll get miserable, I'll get upset, I'll cry, I'm on my own, I'll get depressed. Oh, okay. So this is a great day to talk about happiness. I mean, how do we find our happiness? What is happiness all about? And how do we work towards it? You know, what do we do? How do we conquer the sadness, the fear, the worries? Well, one of the things we can do is stop listening to other people. By that, I don't mean what you think I mean. There are times it is important that we know that certain things need to be redressed because of the way life is and because of what's happening in the world. For me, I like to stay open to everything. I listen to everybody's point of view. I look at those points of view and then make a critical decision to how I feel about any situation through my life and through the day. And then I say, okay, I've looked at everything. I've looked at what that person said about whatever I put out there on social media. And then I make my own decision. And that's my decision, regardless of what anybody else thinks and feels. Now, there's a difference in that. Many people who scream and shout when you put a post out or when you suggest something to your family and friends, a lot of the times you've got to understand that if you listen to every single person telling you what you should and shouldn't do, then you will never have happiness. Because ultimately you have to believe in yourself and what you feel is right. So being open is one thing and very important, but with people who try to suggest to you to change and you're changing because of somebody else's ideals, ideas and philosophies, that's really bad. And a lot of people at the moment, I would suggest, younger generation, are all being influenced and being pushed in a certain direction to believe somebody else's truth, to believe the mainstream media, to believe Kim Kardashian, to believe whatever they need by the social brainwashing. So we have to really be careful, because you can be a herd mentality. You can follow the sheep and feel comfortable, but who said the sheep are knowing what they're doing? I think most of the times the sheep are just following anyway. They're just going, bah, 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 and they're just following everybody else. This is how it feels at the moment. And there's very few people who actually stand their truth. And you know what? Your truth is your truth, and it should be. But if your truth is based upon somebody else's thoughts and not fact, then you're going to have to question that, because if not, you're going to live a lie or somebody else's lie. So what is your truth? I base my life and I try to walk a path of happiness, because you know what? I'm staying true to myself. This is my convictions. This is how I feel, and I'm going to follow that until I'm open enough to be able to listen to everybody else, feel it, understand it, and look at the facts and say, okay, maybe now I need to change slightly, because the world changes every day. Everything changes all the time. So just at the moment, there's a massive fight going on, a massive push, a massive herd mentality of fear and panic. And we know now, just by looking at past, we need to look at our history to see that when you see all the viruses that once was going to kill the whole of the world and actually just faded out, was a push on vaccine. And they're doing it again, and we can see the pattern after pattern. It's incredible how the herd mentality behave. They just start screaming again, and they don't realize that it's a show, a big show. And so we queue up, we line up for the multi-million, billion industry of creating vaccines that then poisons that go into our body and then can affect us for the rest of our life if our body isn't strong enough to fight those vaccines that are pumped into our body. Vaccines, poisons. So we have to be extremely careful that we don't follow the herd mentality. We have to be rational. We have to not fear, and we certainly cannot believe what we're told on mainstream media. Even social media now, you have to be careful, because mainstream has actually attacked and penetrated into social media, and they're everywhere now. So there's so much lies, and it's all a push. Follow the money. That's what I say. Follow the money. But anyway, going back to happiness, you can live in fear of what's going on out there, or you can just let it go and live your life and do your best. Look after yourself, eat healthy, work on yourself, and basically try and look at yourself as best as you can. I look at myself every day. There are times that I think, wow, I've got so much to learn, and I have, but that's the whole point. And happiness comes when you are true to yourself. If you're always beating yourself up, if you're always listening to everybody else, if you don't have a mind and a thought and a heart of your own to follow your intuition, then you're going to struggle in life, and you're always going to feel depressed, down, miserable, and fear, because that's all what you are seeing on social media right now and mainstream media. It's always been fear-based. Everything is a push to sell. You can't sell something when you're happy and joyful, because happy and joy, you don't need to buy anything when you're happy and joyful. Get it? When you're fearful and worried and sad and depressed, you feel as if you need to buy something to make yourself feel better, or you need something if you're in that fear energy of what's going to go wrong, we're all going to die, there's an epidemic, here we go again. So we've got to really have to look at ourselves and listen to our inner truth and be stronger than what you're force-fed, you're brainwashed daily on social media. And soon as mainstream media tap into your friends and family, they're going to repeat the same gurgitating garbage through their mouth, because, well, everybody knows that. And we've heard that expression time and time again. What do you mean everybody knows that? Well, everybody knows that. Well, what does that make it right? Because everybody knows it? Well, everybody knows that. No, mate, that doesn't make sense. You need factual base. And if you look at factual base and vaccines and what's happened with all the mad cow disease, with the chicken viruses, with all of those nonsense viruses, we realized it's all a big game, a trap to entrap people. So we're starting to wake up to that now. Many people are talking about it. Many people are stepping up, and many people are realizing that all these people who are pushing vaccines are actually in a huge push towards culling the world. They believe there's too many people in the world, and it's time to cull them all. So what could be the easiest way than putting a vaccine into somebody, and then that child growing up not being able to have children? Laugh, get angry, spit at me, tell me I'm a crazy idiot. But you know what? If you are reacting to this, then why don't you go and do your homework? Go and do your research. Listen to the truth out there. There's a wonderful show that's called Richie Allen Show, and a few days ago he had John Rappaport on the show, and it was probably the most powerful 60 minutes that I have ever heard about the push of viruses and the lies that has been pushed. This guy is a genius, and apparently that 1 hour, 60 minutes of talking about viruses, it's gone global. It's gone crazy. Everybody listened to it, and there's so much truth in this guy. It's unbelievable. I would suggest you should listen to it. I'll put a link under here so you can listen to it. Go to, I think there's two it's 2 hours long, but if you go to 66 minutes and press play on the podcast, that's when John Rappaport comes on. Please listen to it. It will release you of all the fears of vaccines, of the push of the virus. Okay, please watch it. It'll change your mindset and your thoughts, and then you'll realize, listen to him and you will listen to the truth. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is one of the top journalists in the world who actually is a journalist. Most of the people are just spillers of regurgitators of the lies from the mainstream media. So that's it, guys. I know we've gone from happiness to this, but it's important because at the moment there is a huge panic. A panic, and then in 2 or 3 months it's gone. Why is that then? It always happens. It always happens. Did you know, guys, that people die every day of different symptoms, whether that they've had taken too many pharmaceutical drugs, mixed them up together, and then they've passed away because they've had the flu or something, and because they were on so many drugs they pass away, and then they become a statistic of, oh, somebody's died of flu, and then the mainstream starts saying that we believe that this person has the new virus. This is exactly what's happened 5 times. We just need to look at history. And then when the biologists have spotted it and said, actually, that isn't the virus, that isn't coronavirus, it gets killed and shut up. Nobody talks about it anymore. Mainstream media don't talk about it because it's all a push. It's all a game. The table's rigged. It's twisted. It's all a lie. It really is. And you're going to say to me, some of you are going to say, you're crazy, you're an idiot, you should be fearing, you should be worrying. I tell you what, you get yourself off and go and worry other people, because I don't buy into the garbage. We come, we go, and I don't buy into that garbage. So as far as I'm going to live a happy life, a joyful life, and I certainly will not buy into the lie that all these people like Bill Gates are pushing on Netflix every single week. They are pushing a new epidemic video, documentary, films to get everybody in panic and fear. Ask yourself why. Could it be that they're really wanting everybody to have an injection, to have that inside their body? Quite possibly. Have a think about it. There's always more than what you and your mind really understand. Listen to your thoughts. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. It never lets you down. You know, guys, I often say whatever you put inside your body is so important. Would you put inside your body aluminium? Would you take it into your mouth? No, you wouldn't. Why is that? Because it's poison. Why is that? Because poison controls say aluminium is poisonous. So why would you stick it into a vaccine and stick it into your body when the long-term effect, because the body cannot get rid of that, it causes long-term illness? Please, guys, think about that. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. I know it wasn't the happiest of videos, but you know what? If you can rise above all of that nonsense, all of the people telling you how you should and shouldn't feel, then you become your own power. You become a light worker, a warrior of the light. And when you become a warrior of the light, you gain such an amazing energy from within that your immune system grows stronger, and that you kick out such an amazing light that you have no idea how you're able to heal yourself and your past, heal your emotion, heal your fear, heal your worries, and become far higher and greater energy than any of that fear ever affects you ever again. And to be honest, it doesn't affect me anymore. So I'm kind of living proof that you can break free from the bubble that they tried to put you into, the fear bubble. Don't allow it. Become your greatest warrior and believe in the truth, and you are your power to heal yourself. Stay away from toxic people, stay away from the herd, and be the black sheep, because they are the real warriors of the light. I'm proud to be a black sheep. Take care, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.